Show the queen here is the eggplant. Like I said previously, I haven't had this maybe in about 3 or 4 years. But what I did was, let me go to the eggplant first. While you see that it's wrapped in plastic. I bought this eggplant about a week and a half ago. I had intentions because I was craving this recipe that when I made it, I wanted to make a video to show everybody, you know. I bought this over a week and a half ago, and some days had passed, so I decided to cut it up, you know, slice it, and wash it and soak it in some salt water, and then let it dry, and then reassemble them and wrap them in plastic to preserve them a little bit because I just been so busy. So that's why they are like that. If you notice, it's starting to turn maybe a little brown, but they are well preserved, and I do keep the skin on my eggplant because it's a great fiber, you know, with for your intestines and sweeping your colon, you know, like a broom, preventing colon cancer. And what we have here too, we have some chopped garlic, and we have 3 bay leaves, a tablespoon each of black pepper, oregano, parsley, pink Himalayan salt, some brown sugar. I prefer, this is light brown sugar, I prefer the dark brown sugar. If I'm going to use sugar, I'm definitely not using white sugar. I prefer the dark brown sugar, but they didn't have it, so I bought the light brown sugar. And we have some already made, you know, previous made. I made this 6 cups pasta sauce. So I want to show you the other ingredients and what we're going to use to put this together. Now, as you all recall, I explained that I, you know, pre-slice these, wash them, and let them, you know, soak in a little bit of salt water to remove some of the bitterness. So I'm going to take these all out and begin the process. Take them all apart, they're all even. Beautiful, nice cut. Look at that. And I'm gonna let it sit for like 3 minutes. You want it to get very like slimy, like how an egg would. And then I'm gonna add some some oat milk. So I wanted to get the egg part out of the way first, and then we do everything else step by step. Okay, so now we're back. This has been sitting for about 3 minutes. You see how thick that is, and like kind of like slimy like. It's because of the chickpea and chia seeds. So I'm using Khalifa oat milk. I know it says vanilla, but I don't have any other milk to use other than believe me, the vanilla is not overpowering. So we're going to use about 2 to 3 cups of oat milk to the egg portion. You want to break it up. So now, you know, we have this mix with the chia seeds, the chichi bean flour, the Italians call the garbanzo beans or chickpeas, chichi beans, and we have the oat milk. We're gonna set this aside. Now we're gonna start the sauce. Let's start the sauce. Black pepper, oregano, parsley, pink Himalayan salt, and brown sugar, light brown sugar. I'm going to tell you why we use this, because we're going to cook this down a little bit more, and we're going to add the pasta sauce, or sauce, gravy, however you want to call it. Tomato sauce, Okay, kings and queens, we are back for this portion of the video. How we are going to prepare the eggplant, because I'm going to bake them first before we layer them all together. So there is some, I already seasoned these. Here is some breadcrumbs and some flour. And remember our egg mix? Okay, this is the egg mix. I'm going to pour it in here. Just going to stir it up a little bit. See how it's just that sliminess that you get from an egg? Let's start with the eggplant. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting flour on the eggplant first. Make sure they're all evenly coated. It's nice outside, I have my window open. And then I'm going to place them on a sheet pan first until they're all covered in flour, and then we'll do our egg dip, and I'll come back and show you in all the steps. Okay, so we have all of our eggplant slices floured. Now we are going to get ready to give them their egg bat, and then breadcrumb them and put them in the oven. Okay, so we're gonna start the egg bath first. Make sure it's all soaked, and we're parsley, and then breadcrumbs. Coat it good. I do have a separate tray over here to place them on temporarily until they're all coated. Okay, so all of the eggplant has been floured, egg bathed, and then took a swim in some breadcrumbs. So what I'm going to do is, usually this is an Italian dish that is fried. I'm not frying it because eggplant becomes like a sponge. I don't want to eat that kind of fat in my body, you know. I like my heart. So I'm going to get a few cookie sheets or flat pans, whatever you want to call it. Spray them down with some olive oil, and then place the eggplants throughout the sheet. Spray a little bit more olive oil on the top. Now you're probably asking, why did I use all of this eggplant? Well, as you see, you have to do them individually. I like my eggplants long. I don't like them cut round. I like them cut long. So, as you can tell, this dish takes a lot of time, a lot of work, has a lot of steps. And you have to flour every one of them. Then you have to have a wet bath. And then coating them with breadcrumbs. This is one at a time. It's a lot of work. So I'm going to cook all of them, and whatever I don't use, I'm just going to stick them in the freezer for another time. I'm going to freeze them individually and then put them in a tight Ziploc bag until I'm ready to make some eggplant parmesan again. Okay, so now I'm going to spray my pan with Pam. I'm going to spray the top. I already preheated my oven to 400, and now I'm going to start another tray. So guys, look, this is the rest of the eggplant that I have left over. I thought that I was going to have extra eggplants because they were 3 large. And I think I'm just going to add it on the top of this last layer. And just use it all up. And then we're going to put it in the oven. You ready? Let's get it going. Okay, so my camera got full, so I don't know what part left off, so I'm going to repeat it and I guess just edit it if I need to. I'm going to let this cook for 20 minutes in the oven with the foil on, and then for the remaining maybe 15-20 minutes I'm going to remove the foil and then cook it the rest of the way, and then we take it out and see what it looks like. And we slice up a piece and we have a taste test together, me and you.